My name's Grant McGuinness. I'm a father of 5, grandfather of 4, 24 years professional soldier, martial arts instructor for 35 years. I was a very, very fit man, and at the age of 56 I got diagnosed with stage 3 throat cancer. Never smoked at all in my life. I thought I was fairly healthy, and they told me you'll make it till Christmas. That was about October.
Was that last year, Greg?
No, that was in 2011. So that was a while ago now.
We're now 2021.
No, 2021. So it's 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I went through 35 radiotherapy sessions.
35 radiation
yeah,
therapy.
35 radiation
wow.
sessions on my throat.
Wow.
And that means being strapped down to a table, and it's so tight you can't blink.
Wow.
Then I had 6 chemotherapy sessions at the same time, so I would be at my radio, do my chemotherapy thing, and then go in with my little trolley in and get my radiotherapy done.
How long did the radiotherapy go on? Half an hour or so? 10
yeah,
minutes?
about 20 minutes, I think.
20 minutes.
20 minutes strapped to a table.
And what about the chemotherapy, Grant?
Oh, that takes a few hours. That takes I don't know, 2 hours or 3 hours. Yeah.
Got a bit of an interruption there with the pups.
2 or 3 hours. I can't remember exactly, but it was a while. You're getting just sitting there. And then they had to have the intravenous, the saline solution put through. So it was a while.
Yeah.
So I'd be in hospital for 5 hours at a time. I went to hospital 4 times a week.
4 times a week.
Yeah.
5 hours at a time with the
Sometimes 5 times a week, depending on what was going on.
It would have been horrible for you, mate.
Thankfully, I qualified for a chauffeur. So because of being in the army, they drove me to and fro. So
Fortunately, what about the other people not in the army? They're buggered, aren't they?
Yeah, they have to.
Anyway, I don't want to get you off the track, mate.
I couldn't. I couldn't. Within.
Come
I
on.
also had.
Excuse me, mate. Yeah, puppy, go and sit down. Okay. Sorry about that, mate.
I also had 8 of my teeth taken out, just in case the radiotherapy killed them.
8 of your teeth taken
Yeah,
out.
and I've had 2 more taken out since then.
Just in
Because the
case.
radiotherapy did kill them. So my tonsils taken out, just in case, and a peg inserted into my stomach so that I could stay alive for 6 months.
Yeah.
So
You keep talking, I'll get rid of these dogs.
give it a talk.
Keep talking, mate. The
Chihuahuas.
camera's rolling.
Yep. And I went from being exceptionally fit to not being able to walk down the street very well within weeks. Within 1 week of starting the radiotherapy on my throat, I couldn't eat anything. My wife cooked up a very nice chicken soup one night, and I could not eat it. I could not. It was just like smoke. It tasted like smoking rabbit poo. It was just horrible. And I can eat anything. I've gone through life as a soldier. I can eat whatever, but I could not eat that. And then I had to live off my peg thing. And they told me if I lost any more weight.
Speak up a little bit.
Sorry, if they told me if I lost any more weight, then the radiotherapy could splice my spinal cord and end up a quadriplegic. So it was not much fun. And you're chasing dogs.
Would you like a drink?
No, I'm fine, thanks, mate. It's not fine, thanks, George. Fine. Anyway, I got through all that. 70% of the blokes didn't, though.
But what do you mean you got through? How were you
managed to-
feeling?
At
You
the end,
didn't die,
I didn't die. Yeah.
and you got through. Okay, you can elaborate on that, Grant.
Well,
Grant,
I
sorry.
couldn't work by myself for 2 years. I didn't drive a car for 5 months or 6 months. I started working part time with my wife. I'm a dog groomer, so she drove, she washed all the dogs. I couldn't talk to anybody because I couldn't talk. All I did was unroll the electrical cable, roll the electrical cable up, and I did the same with the water, and I was exhausted, and that was after 5 or 6 months.
Not the same person at all, completely
Yeah, I was very
damaged goods.
Yeah, I was pretty weak. And then as soon as we got home,
It sounds like you're normally a fit,
yeah, I was
strong bloke.
I would have been. I spent most of my life in the top 1% fitness wise.
Did you know when they gave you chemotherapy that it's made out of like mustard gas?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
You
wasn't
did?
keen on having it.
And you still took it despite being
I
made out of
wasn't.
mustard?
I didn't know enough at the time to know the alternatives.
So they recommended it to you.
That's all they said. They said it was this.
So you trusted their
I
expertise.
didn't trust them at all. I just didn't have any. I didn't know enough to know any
No,
different.
that's right. I was the same myself. But you're thinking, well, they know what they're doing. Presume,
No, I
hopefully.
didn't think they knew what they were doing at all. They nothing impressed me.
No.
All the reasons why I got
Very common, Grant. It's happening all the time, but they cover it up.
they gave me a whole pile of reasons as to why I got throat cancer, but none of those made any sense. I wasn't obese. I didn't smoke. I
They
didn't.
don't know what they're talking about.
They're bringing it out of their bum. And I didn't fit any of their bills. I didn't fit anything, and not one. They said all sorts of stuff, and it was just rubbish. It wasn't until years later I listened to a talk by Dr. Wallach on Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and everything made sense. Everything made
The
sense.
jigsaw puzzle will come together.
The jigsaw puzzle came together, and everything made sense. And then I understood why I got cancer.
Yeah.
I got cancer because I was exceptionally fit, not because I was unfit. Because I was fit, and a fit bloke uses up their nutrients faster than an unfit bloke does. And I'd been burning through mine something fierce. And that's why soldiers get post-traumatic stress syndrome. That's why athletes die early. And I was just my turn. Athletes die in their way earlier than the general population. Soldiers do too, because we're exceptionally fit. The fit blokes die early. We use up our minerals, not being replaced, not supplementing properly, having no idea of nutrition, all that stuff. Zoo animals don't get cancer. Animals in well-run farms don't get cancer. It's just us and our pets get cancer. Why? Because it's more profitable.
Yeah, but what about the treatment? They say this causes that causes that. And I know plenty of people who had throat cancer and they never smoked lung cancer.
I will show people something just so they know I'm actually saying the truth. That's my belly button, and that's my peg. That's my peg button.
So
That's
what happened with the peg button?
That's a tube. I had a plastic tube sticking out of my stomach for 5 months, and I would pour goop down the tube. And
what would go into the tube? Food.
Ensure Plus. It was an Ensure Plus. It's designed just to barely to keep you alive, really.
Really? So you couldn't eat food?
I couldn't eat food at all. Couldn't swallow. Couldn't even brush my
For
teeth.
how long was this? 6 months?
5 months.
5 months.
I couldn't talk. Couldn't say hello to my wife. Couldn't say hello to my kids.
And was this at home or in hospital?
I was at home most of the time.
And you're at home with this tube going into you
Yeah.
for 5 months.
Yeah.
You can't eat.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Couldn't talk.
Look, I'm going to pause this clip,
Yeah,
just
go for it.
have a break, and we'll recommence in the next one.